Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Icey Ives representing Rock Force Crew and Frozen Flow, coming straight out of Anchorage, Alaska. And today we're going to be learning how to do some magnet mills, brought to you by Spin Control. Today I'm rocking the classic red hoodie, which is really great for spins, back spins, windmills, especially on surfaces like this where it's smooth. And I'm also wearing a premium head spin cap, so when we are learning this move, since we're going to be on our head a lot, there might be moments where we bump our head on the floor a little bit, and thankfully Spin Control provides that extra padding under this mesh. So just a few shout outs for this move. I saw a couple b-boys doing this at a level where I thought it was so amazing. They did it in style, they did it with speed, and then they did it effortless. One b-boy Ivan and the second one b-boy Physics. So a few requirements for this move: you need to know how to do a regular windmill. If you don't have that, I would definitely recommend you guys getting that first before moving on to any kind of variation that involves a windmill. Second, you want to have head mills. You want to be able to do windmills rolling with your head, and yeah, you want to make sure you have that pretty comfortable. And third, you want to be very comfortable rolling on your head and off your head. So when you're doing a windmill, you should be able to go on top of your head already, and that just shows how much control you have over your windmills. So when doing magnet mills, there are a couple ways to get into them. Your traditional coin drop from standing up, and you also have the start off when you're sitting down with a straddle. And all you're gonna do is flare your legs over. Some people might think of that as the old school way to start a windmill. So moving forward, something very important with this move is understanding your head placement. My chin is slightly tucked, right? Just like that. You don't wanna be completely tucked in like this, or else that can cause injury and overstretch your neck. The reason why we tuck our chin in slightly because it allows us to access the spot where we want to be spinning on our head. You don't want to get too high up to where you're about to head spin, but you just want to be right where your hairline is, coming all the way around. So remember to tuck in your head slightly. I'm going to use the sit down start off. So when I do these magnets, there's a certain spot in your back you definitely want to hit. I like to just stay where my shoulder blades are, right here, right? Assuming you already have a backspin. So when you backspin, you don't want to be low like this, but you just want to have that sweet spot right here. You don't want your legs too high like this. Your legs won't be this high. Your legs will probably be right here, and that's exactly where we want them to be. We don't want to get too low, otherwise our legs are going to start hitting the ground, and we don't want to get too high like this because we might end up coming back on the top of our head, right? On that note, when you are on your back finding that sweet spot, you're going to be utilizing your arms too, right? I call it the flex position, or however you want to call it. I call it the flex position because you are trying to flex and find that spot, find that balance to where your magnet mills are at that perfect speed and you're just locked in that sweet spot and you're just going, right? When you feel that lock in your arms, and you're also going to feel it in your legs, it feels like there's nothing stopping those magnet mills. Now moving forward with the legs. So with the legs, it comes over time, whatever comes comfortable with you, obviously, because we all have different body types, right? There's two ways you can do them. One is the straight leg ones, where you are flexing your legs at all times while you're, of course, keeping what's most important, having your arms, trying to find that balance, and having your chin tucked in. Another variation you could train is where your legs are slightly bent, not too bent, otherwise it's gonna look a little sloppy, right? You wanna have that nice controlled form to where it looks like you're meaning to have those legs bent. So the difference between two is, one, the straight leg ones, obviously they're gonna look clean. For me personally, I like the bent leg ones because you can go so fast with these and you can combo in and out of these things. Again, everybody's body is different. For me, I like to flex my hips, right? Some people have told me, man, you should try to just relax your hips. So for magnet mills in particular, for me, I like to make sure that my core is nice and tight, my hips are nice and flexible and have that mobility, and I also have control over my legs, right? So for that, I mean, there's workouts you can do. Any core exercise really is gonna be helpful for your abs and your core, but also anything that involves your legs too. You're going to be working all of those muscle groups out, especially this one. Any kind of flutter kicks, scissors, reverse them. You just got to do variations, straddle leg lifts, right? And you also want to make sure you have mobility in your hips. So this is what I like to do to kind of just warm up my hips and make sure that they're ready to go. So just to recap, remember, you want to make sure you have windmills already. You want to be comfortable rolling on your head. You want to make sure you have that slight tuck in your chin. You want to make sure you find that sweet spot on your back. Make sure your legs aren't going way too high. You want to find that balance, and that comes with having your flex position. That's like your balance beam. That's what's going to help you find that nice and good sweet spot to where, man, you locked it, you're in control of your windmills, and there's nothing stopping you. So again, this was Bboy Icey Ives teaching you guys how to do some magnets, brought to you by Spin Control. Shout out again to their wonderful gear. Make sure to check out the website spincontrol.co. I hope you guys get your magnets down. Peace.